50s by early tomorrow morning. But how long is this cool weather going to be sticking with us? We'll have that forecast and more coming up. Your news starts right now.
What makes me sad is one of the last things he said to me was, can this happen again?
As the nation remembers those lost on this tragic day 14 years ago, one mother tells us how she's teaching her kids about the terror attacks in New York.
Plus, one coach calls for equality when it comes to female athletes at a local high school.
And what Congressman-elect Darren LaHood's move to Washington, D.C. means for his Senate seat in Illinois. But first, Friday marks 14 years since the September 11th terror attacks that killed almost 3,000 people at the World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and in Shanksville, Pennsylvania.
Memorials took place at 3 sites across the country. The president remembered the lost in the nation's capital today.
We do not forget those who were fallen. We are inspired by the survivors, many of whom still have the scars, both seen and unseen, of that terrible, terrible day.
And today, Governor Rauner paid tribute to those who lost their lives 14 years ago during the terrorist attack. The governor honored the victims by lowering the U.S. and Illinois flags to half-staff. He also issued a proclamation today declaring it Patriot Day in Illinois. Rauner says people should thank first responders and military personnel who helped in the days after the attack. 9/11 is probably something that your kids are talking about at school or reading on social media, but one Morton mom tells WMBD she thinks it's important for the story to come from parents. Becky Deluski's son Austin is 12 years old. He just transitioned from 6th to 7th grade, and Becky thought it was the right time to teach and watch footage with him. She says it was hard to relive the moments. Austin watched quietly, but at the end, he had a lot of questions.
His questions stem everything from how long did it take to what were you doing that morning. And we talked about what happened that morning. It's interesting because when this happened, we didn't have social media and everything he's used to. So he wondered how I found out about it, and I told him I was at work, and they rolled a little TV into our office, and we just sat and watched it for the day.
Becky says she also told Austin about the good that came from the tragic event, people across the country coming together. She says it's a lesson in being kind.
Several agencies are investigating the death of a 10-month-old tonight. Aiden McKinley died Thursday at OSF St. Francis Medical Center. Peoria County Coroner Jonna Ingersoll says the autopsy done today shows he died from blunt trauma injuries to the head. McKinley had been in the hospital since August 31st after we're told he was dropped off at OSF. The coroner says the vehicle was traced back to the Peoria Heights apartment where his father, Darius Walker, lived. Peoria Heights Police, the Department of Children and Family Services, and the Office of the State's Attorney are all investigating how the baby was hurt and ultimately died.
A trial date has been set for the man accused of killing a former high school athlete. 18-year-old Daryl Brown faces murder charges for the shooting death of Quentin Lowe August 18th. Brown pleaded not guilty in court yesterday. Police believe the 21-year-old victim was killed after an argument. Lowe is a 2012 Manual High School grad and played on the basketball team. Brown's trial is set for October 26th.
A local high school is accused of discriminating against its female athletes, and now a federal investigation is underway. WMBD's Hannah Hilliard joins us in the studio. So Hannah, what prompted this investigation?
Well, Paul, a Pekin Community High School teacher who is also the school's softball coach filed a complaint back in June over a number of issues with the athletics program, and that complaint says the school is violating Title IX. Pekin Community High School is investing $600,000 into a new softball diamond on campus for the first time.
We have a second phase already planned for that includes the dugouts and some other, amenities that obviously need to get added to that.
But the baseball diamond looks like this and has since 1998.
There's no doubt that there's probably things that we can improve upon.
And as the school continues to work on the softball diamond, they find themselves in the middle of a federal investigation.
Yes, it's frustrating to have a complaint filed that you have to respond to get to that point.
PCHS teacher and softball coach Gigi McIntosh filed the complaint with the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Civil Rights, claiming the school provides unequal opportunity to its female athletes, including scholarships from booster clubs, allotted budgets, and the difference in facilities. The investigation was opened July 10th. The school responded with a detailed documentation of its athletic program. So next up, the Office of Civil Rights is coming to Pekin next week.
They'll do an on-site visit that'll include interviews and a tour of the facilities, and then we wait.
Wait to see what changes, if any, they should make. Changes the superintendent tells me they will make.
We're proud of the facilities we have and the opportunities we give students, and so if we need to do some things to better that, I mean, nobody's against doing that.
Now, we did reach out to McIntosh, but because of the school's policy, she is not able to comment at this time. The Office of Civil Rights says the same thing. Because it is an ongoing investigation, they cannot disclose any specific information. Maria.
Hannah, thanks for that report. Darren LaHood will soon head off to Washington, D.C. as the 18th District's new congressman after beating Rob Mellon in yesterday's election. LaHood expects to be in the Capitol Thursday. He says he's a little intimidated about heading to the federal side of government because he is new to that job, but he is ready to give the district a voice once again.
That I think I probably will enjoy is going from being in the super minority in the state Senate to being a majority in the House of Representatives, which will be a good thing.
Now, as for LaHood's seat in the state Senate, he says he will resign sometime next week. Resign, that is. The state Republican Party will take applications for those interested in filling that seat. Then the GOP county chairs in the 37th district will appoint one of the applicants. The chair's votes will be weighted. The vote should happen in the next couple of weeks.
I think you'll have a lot of good people that want to step forward. I mean, we have some very good public servants in Peoria and throughout the district that I think will be interested.
Some local politicians are already starting to show that interest in the position. Peoria County Board member Brian Elsasser tells WMBD he is going to apply, and Peoria City Councilman Ryan Spain says he is still deciding, but says he's interested in putting his name in.
Illinois Governor Bruce Rauner and the state's largest union are going to keep talking about a new contract. The two sides have agreed to an indefinite extension of a tolling agreement. It allows the two sides to keep working on a deal without the worries of a strike or lockout. They'll work until they reach a deal or an impasse. The agreement was supposed to expire at the end of the month.
The GOP field of candidates for president thinning out tonight. Former Texas Governor Rick Perry has officially announced he will not continue his campaign for president. This leaves a still crowded field of Republican candidates. The latest CNN ORC poll shows Donald Trump leading the Republican race, followed by Dr. Ben Carson.
Still ahead, the speaker showing students how studying the Antarctic Rift can make a difference here in central Illinois.
And there's cooler weather ahead. Your live forecast from Tremont is next.
Unclaimed freight notice this weekend at American Freight. Over 1,000 truckloads of living room furniture. 7-piece living room groups that include a sofa, love seat, coffee table, 2 end tables, and 2 designer lamps. You get all 7 pieces from only $398 complete. Free layaway, same-day delivery. Come to the loading docks this weekend only at American Freight, 1503 Washington Road in Washington. Phone 444-4111.
When you want to know how your medication will work. When you want to know if insurance will cover your prescriptions. When you want to know which vitamins are best for you. Answers are as close as your Kroger pharmacy. Just ask. Your neighborhood Kroger pharmacist is an experienced professional who takes your health to heart.
Time to get your flu shot? Talk to your certified vaccinating Kroger pharmacist. Most insurance plans accepted and no appointment needed. Just ask your Kroger pharmacist today.
The internet is a beautiful thing, not because it houses all of human knowledge in one place, but because it brings people together. For streaming the big game, for a little friendly competition, and for sharing small moments. Illinois residents, you can enjoy your current high-speed internet with even higher speeds, letting you connect, stream, and view like never before. Upgrade your current service and get faster speeds for all your internet needs. Call 1-888-FRONTIER today.
You're thinking big, and your company's more connected. More ways, more places, more devices. That's why Frontier Business Edge is thinking big about you. For data, video, voice, and cloud solutions. On an advanced fiber network built for today and tomorrow. With experts and equipment to customize solutions end to end. And 24/7 tech support. Frontier Business Edge. Make your big move today. Call 1-888-FRONTIER and talk to a specialist now.
Right, checking in now in Pontiac, 65 degrees. It's cool out there today, definitely feeling a little more fall-like, and we have a little bit of cloud cover but plenty of sunshine on our Pontiac RV Skycam. Now, some of us are holding on to the 70s, 71 degrees in Peoria, 70 in Lincoln and Havana right now, but the rest of us are starting to see those upper 60s. We have a cool night ahead. Also a little breezy out there. Winds have been coming from the north at about 10 to 15 miles per hour throughout the day today. Some of those are starting to cool down and calm down a little bit as we head through the evening. Now, Storm Tracker is looking mostly dry. We've had a couple of showers a little bit further to our west, Livingston County and McLean County seeing some light sprinkles right now, but we're going to stay mostly dry as we head throughout the evening. And if we take a wider look at things, you can see on Storm Tracker here, we've got more cloud cover up to our north and west, but this rain is really starting to move out to our east. That was all with the low pressure system that's going to be pushing its way through. The cold front, though, definitely going to impact us as we head throughout the coming days. So let's take a look at the future of our temperatures. 70 degrees as we head through the evening, but our overnight lows are going to start to dip back down into those 50s. Looks like by tomorrow morning in Peoria, we're going to be in the low 50s, a little bit warmer further to our south, but you can see Minneapolis really seeing some of that cooler weather. Then tomorrow afternoon, definitely still holding on to that chilly weather. Right around 4 p.m., about 66 in Peoria, so we're talking those mid-60s, and then heading into the overnight hours, Saturday night, looking like the coolest. There's a chance we're going to drop down into those 40s. Time to bring out your fall jackets. 49 for our overnight lows heading into Sunday morning. And then Sunday afternoon, jumping back up to those 70s again as we start to warm up a little bit more heading into the weekend. Now here's future track as we head throughout the night tonight for those high school football games. Looks like we should stay mostly dry. Some rain possible with some lake effect rain a little bit further to our east as we head into early tomorrow morning. Now your game day forecast, Chris and Dan and Kurt all out there this evening checking on the game. It is going to be a chilly game, feeling more like football weather, so at least we're not as hot as we were last year. Looks like we're going to be in the mid-60s right around kickoff with those partly cloudy skies, then dropping down to the low 60s already by halftime. So if you're going to be out there later for the game, you might still want to grab that jacket. Our overnight lows dropping down to the 50s for most of us, but some upper 40s are possible even this evening. And then heading through tomorrow as we start off the weekend, plenty of sunshine. We're going to have a slight chance for some isolated showers as we head into the evening tomorrow, but hopefully staying mostly dry. And then a cool afternoon, our highs reaching into the 60s, so definitely feeling fall-like out there. Now here's your full 8-day outlook. You can see we're going to start to warm up a little bit as we head into next week. The 80s coming back into the picture for Tuesday and Wednesday before storm chances return on Thursday. Maria?
Rachel, thanks. Kicking off a 150-year anniversary, how the town of Normal is flying high this weekend. That's still ahead. Stay with us.
Ready?
Oil change, then tire place, then brake shop.
See you next week.
Taking care of your car shouldn't take over your life. From oil to repairs, Meinike's your one-stop shop. Come in now for a basic oil change for just $14.95. Meineke, on with life.
At Whitaker's, it's all about choices. You can create your own one-of-a-kind furniture pieces, so you pick your style. You select your species of wood: red oak, maple, white oak, elm, hickory, or cherry, and then you choose your stain and hardware. American-made furniture you can't find anywhere else. It's built to last and affordably priced. Shop Whitaker's in Hudson, just minutes north of Bloomington, where you always have more choices.
Red Tag sale days are back at Midwest Equipment. Show winner who's boss with Cub Cadet X-Series snow throwers. Get 10% off now through September 12th during Cub Cadet snow days. You get the lowest price of the year on blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws only at Midwest Equipment.
Buying a new car just got a whole lot easier at Uptree Nissan. This week, get 0% for 72 months on the exciting new Altima, over 50 available, or own one for just $17,990.
And our 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
Uptree Nissan in Peoria.
How do you connect with your customers while staying ahead of the digital revolution? Tactive Digital is the partner you can rely on to help navigate the ever-evolving digital marketing landscape. To schedule your free digital analysis, visit tactivedigital.com.
Ready?
Oil change, then tire place, then brake shop.
See you next week.
Taking care of your car shouldn't take over your life. From oil to repairs, Meinike's your one-stop shop. Come in now for a basic oil change for just $14.95. Meineke, on with life.
Kurt Pegler and Dan Malloy, bringing you every action-packed highlight from across Central Illinois. The hardest hits, the biggest blocks, the longest bombs. Unity Point Clink, Sam Lehman of Morton Sports Extra, overtime presented by Goodwill. Friday late night on WYZZ.
You're watching WMBD News at 6.
The finalists announced today for the Illinois Teacher of the Year, and there are a couple of local educators making the grade. The Illinois State Board of Education announced the 10 people up for the 2016 award. One nominee is Valerie Gabriel. She teaches first grade at Germantown Hills Elementary School. Kimberly Thomas is an 8th grade math teacher at Woodruff Career and Technical Center in Peoria Public School District 150. The winner will be named on October 17th.
New tonight, students at Illinois State University are getting a unique insight into the world of seismic activity. Dr. Tim Paulson, a geology professor from the University of Wisconsin, gave a special presentation today at ISU. His talk focused on efforts to determine forces acting on the continental crust in Antarctica. Paulson shared techniques on how to measure stress fields and how that can lead to earthquakes. He says by studying the Antarctic rift, students can learn more about where seismic activity will actually happen.
But it's also important for oil and gas recovery within oil and gas fields, and it's also important for engineering purposes, for tunnels, mines, etc.
Paulson hopes students walk away with more knowledge on seismic activity that they can apply to help solve geological problems in the future.
The town of Normal is flying high this weekend, celebrating its 150th anniversary. Festivities kicked off today with a circus poster display at University Galleries and a stamp cancellation event at the Uptown Station. The Big 150 celebration continues on Saturday with performances by the Gamma Phi Circus and the Flying Wallendas. Organizers hope focusing on the town's rich circus history proves to be fun for all ages.
The town is just a great place, I think, to raise a family, to work, and to go to school. And I think it's a celebration of life, and we need to have some kind of culminating event to do that here.
And just to prove there's something for everyone, Sugar Mama's Bakery will host a cake eating contest on Saturday. The winner, get this, they get free cupcakes for an entire year.
Let's go live to that, okay? All right, we are headed back out to Tremont to hear what the coaches are saying about tonight's rivalry game. Stay tuned. Kurt has sports up next.
When I bought this house, I was so proud, except for the bathroom. Pink tub, avocado tiles. It was so 70s, but I couldn't afford an expensive renovation. My sister told me about Bath Fitter and how they put a new bathtub right over the old one. Bath Fitter not only fit my tub, but it fit my budget too. My bathroom got 30 years younger in just one day.
Bath Fitter, with a perfect fit.
Drive home a new Range Rover Evoque for $389 a month at JaguarLandRoverPeoria.com.
UFS, famous for deals on Adams Street, downtown Peoria. 10 minutes from anywhere.
Time's running out. Install that new carpet free from UFS. UFS, your flooring headquarters, about 10 minutes from anywhere.
Avanti's is here to help.
Who wants to cook after a busy day of work and school? We do. Call ahead and pick it up or bring the family in and relax.
Great food at a great price at Avanti's.
As the season shifts, change is on its way. And with change comes opportunity. It's up to you to seize it. The 2015 Cadillac SRX. Get this low mileage lease from around $339 per month. Visit your local Cadillac dealer for this attractive offer.
Get your projects done quicker with Crescent Wrenches and Sockets at Menards. Right now, they're all on sale. Pick up this 14-piece SAE combination wrench set or this 15-piece metric combination wrench set. Your choice, $39.99 each. Right now, all Bosch, Skill, and Dremel power tool accessories are on sale. This 10-inch saw blade features 40 carbide teeth, which last up to 60 times longer than steel blades. It delivers fast, sharp, and smooth cuts, only $9.97.
Save big money at Menards.
Game Day Live, brought to you by Great Plains Orthopedics.
Great Plains Orthopedics, leaders in prevention, evaluation, and treatment of orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Our care goes beyond general orthopedics. Our fellowship-trained physicians have advanced education and clinical experience in focused areas of orthopedics, allowing them to provide a total treatment plan designed to meet the patient's individual needs and ensure the safest, quickest return to their regular lifestyle. Great Plains Orthopedics, your source for quality care.
Now, your local sports with WMBD's Kurt Pegler.
Welcome back to Tremont and to week 3 of the high school football season. We've got a great rivalry matchup tonight as Deer Creek Mackinac makes the short bus trip down Route 9 to play the Turks here at Tremont. These two schools typically meet in week 3. This is week 3 of the season. They met a year ago in week 3. That game was at Mackinac. It was a wild football game won by the Chiefs 47-33, a high-scoring affair last year, and we could be in store for another wild game here tonight at Tremont. We've got both head coaches kind enough to join us prior to kickoff. We always start with the visiting team, so we welcome in Joe Lindboom and his Chiefs 1-1. Coach, you're about one play away, maybe away from being 2-0, huh?
We are, but as you mentioned, we are one play away, and we didn't quite get the job done last week, so obviously we're trying to rebound this week and see if we can come out and play 4 quarters instead of 2.
Your team is a junior-dominated team. A lot of those guys started as sophomores last year. That's got to be every game they just feel a little more confident, huh?
Absolutely. It's been a nice advantage for us early in the season, and I think that showed in week 1 and at least the first half last week. So hopefully we can build on that and act like the veteran squad that we are tonight.
What is the key to beating Tremont? Obviously, they're better than their 0-2 record. You know that.
Well, hopefully it's not just to outscore them like we did last year. Hopefully we can do a little bit better job on defense. Sims is a really good, hard-running back for them. They have an athletic quarterback who's kind of a dual-threat guy. He can run and throw. So hopefully we can limit the damage when they're on offense and score a few points of our own. But bottom line is, as long as we win by 1 point.
Good. Thanks for the visit. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, Joe Lindboom, the head coach of DMAC. Lou Wicks is the head coach of the Tremont Turks. He's with us. Hey, I know that I don't have to tell you that this is a very important game, but you don't want to go 0-3 after you've had 2 close losses here.
Oh, certainly not. Like Coach said earlier, it's going to be a decision in which defense is going to show up today and try and contain the other team a little bit.
And unlike last year when you only had 3 seniors on the roster, this year you've got some upperclassmen that you're hoping can carry you through kind of the downtimes.
Yeah, so we have 12 seniors and another 15 juniors, and we're trying to feed off of that, and we're hoping a little bit better things down the road here.
Obviously, you've seen these guys, DMAC, they score a lot of points. Is that the key to kind of winning this game, keep their offense in check?
Yeah, we'll try and keep them from getting first downs, and then occasionally they get the big play, and we got to stop that too.
Good luck tonight, all right?
Thank you very much.
All right, Lou Wicks, head coach of the Tremont Turks. Homecoming here tonight, 7 o'clock kickoff. And don't forget, your first look at the high school football highlights come your way, 10:20 on WMBD's Sports Extra. And then we've got a full 30-minute recap on our sister station, WYZZ. That's Sports Extra Overtime. 30 minutes of scores, highlights, and features, again, on WYZZ. That's coming your way at 11 o'clock. You can hear tonight's game here, Tremont and DMAC, on one of our radio partners, WGLO 95.5 FM, and our radio news partner in the Twin Cities, WJBC, is carrying the big Chili Bowl game between Normal West and Normal Community. Serena Williams out at the U.S. Open in the semifinals. There'll be no Grand Slam in women's tennis this year. And again, we've got all your scores and highlights coming up tonight at 10:20. Meteorologist Chris Yates back with a kickoff forecast in a moment.
Here's what you can see tonight on WMBD, Central Illinois Proud.
It's premiere week on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Tonight, don't miss special guest, Vice President Joe Biden, plus Toby Keith. The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, tonight on CBS.
This fall, how do Colin Hanks, Betsy Brandt, Jordan Peele, Zoe Lister-Jones, Thomas Sadoski, James Brolin, and Academy Award winner Diane Wiest fit together?
There's room in here for you, too.
They're all in the new comedy, Life in Pieces.
What is going on?
Their tools won't work and got to roll them across the street. I don't like it in here.
Life in Pieces, Monday, September 21st.
Dan and Sean Cusack know every case is unique and every client is important. Hire the team with proven results in workers' compensation and personal injury. Call 637-5282 today.
When you want to buy a pre-owned car, you want selection and you want price. Fred, what do we got for selection?
Selection? How about a gigantic inventory?
Oh, how about an enormous inventory?
Mega-sized, I'd call it.
I love that. And then we're going to need some low prices. What do you got for that?
$99 a month for a pre-owned car.
I like that. What about new?
$147 for a new cruise lease.
All right. Well, do you still get the Green's Goods package?
On every car.
Every car gets the $9.95 oil changes, the car washes, and so much more. You got to go green.
It's time again for the Pekin Marigold Festival, a full lineup of music, food, and fun for the whole family. Meet Frank Fritz from American Pickers. Check PekinMarigoldFestival.com for a complete schedule of events. We've picked the perfect weekend. Come be a part of the Marigold Festival.
Anyone who's had our chicken knows it's plump and juicy. What they may not know is that it's also 100% natural.
All our chickens are certified, humanely raised, no antibiotics, on a high-quality diet of soy and grain.
Why are they called tenders?
They're called tenders because they come from the tenderloin of the breast, hand-trimmed just for colors. It's not a strip or a finger, it is the true tenderloin.
I'll put our chicken tenders up against anybody's.
That's like my Granny Franklin used to make. That's outstanding, Greg.
Welcome to Delicious.
You're watching WMBD News at 6.
New images of Pluto show a more complex surface than scientists previously thought, but in real people speak, they are describing them as wild and over the top. Pretty exciting. The pics show mountains, flat areas, possibly dunes. The New Horizons spacecraft got the shots when it flew by Pluto on July 14th. It will take more than a year for NASA to download all of that information from that flyby. Pretty cool.
Yeah. All right, well, back to Tremont one last time.
And Chris, what's the final look at our forecast for Friday night?
Hey guys, thank you very much. You guys know what, a pretty beautiful night for some football. The game here in Tremont, DMAC's in town to take on the Tremont Turks. Kickoff in a little over 30 minutes, and it's going to be a great night. Kickoff temperature is expected to be into the 60s. So here's a look at your forecast as you head out to some high school football. Temperatures will be in the 60s around kickoff, but keep the life jacket handy because these temperatures are going to be dropping down into the upper 50s by the time the games begin to ramp up. We will be dry, at least for most of us. There are just a few stray showers skirting through far eastern portions of McLean County. Let's take a look at that extended outlook. This is where we're going to see some really cool weather moving through the weekend. Temperatures only in the 60s tomorrow. We should make a bit of a recovery heading in to Sunday. That's where we're going to see those temperatures coming back into the low 70s, but it's not until Monday when those temperatures really begin to warm back up into the upper 70s and low to mid 80s. The next chance of storms, of course, is coming back by the end of the week on Thursday. So there's your forecast. Paul and Maria, back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Chris, and a good night for Friday Night Football, it looks like. So
yeah,
exciting.
Not too bad at all.
All right, thanks for joining us tonight. Don't forget we are always available on air, online, and also on the go.
And you can head over to our website, ciproud.com, and get the latest news on our app for your smartphone or tablet. We'll see you back here at 10.
Good night.